the Old English Sheepdog. Who can resist? This fun-loving creature looks a whole lot like a giant stuffed animal come to life.
Old English Sheepdogs are huge, puffy. The first thing anybody wants to do is give it a huge hug.
Huge they may be, but President Franklin Delano Roosevelt humorously named his Old English Sheepdog Tiny. And Paul McCartney's fluffy friend Martha inspired at least 3 Beatles songs, including Fool on the Hill. Featured in movies like The Shaggy Dog, the Old English Sheepdog's bear-like appearance gives them star appeal.
Old English Sheepdogs are perfect for people who want a lot of attention when they walk down the street, because this is probably the hairiest dog out there.
Like all purebreds, they have a history. These charismatic canines can trace their origins back to the early 19th century, when they were used to herd sheep and cattle in Western England. History has it that shepherds looked to avoid taxes levied on pet owners and docked their tails to show they were working dogs.
And that's how they got the nickname of bobtail.
For many years, the dogs were shunned as pets. Their coats were called profuse, conjuring up images of extreme grooming. To this day, they're still not the most common pooch in the park.
You don't see too many of them, and I think that's probably because of the perception of how much work it takes to maintain one.
A marked characteristic of this buoyant breed is its bark, which some describe as dark and gravelly.
It's kind of a raspy Demi Moore type bark. It's really unique.
Although tail docking is sometimes considered controversial, the Old English Sheepdog's bobtail is a common feature of the breed. Sick or well, the Old English Sheepdog is not a low-maintenance pet. Their size and exuberance demand lots of exercise, about an hour every day. You're better off with a good-sized yard where they can romp and release all that childlike energy. They can suffer from health problems like hip dysplasia and cataracts. The bigger concern, though, is whether or not you want to care for all that hair.
I can't think of a dog that's more difficult to groom than an Old English Sheepdog.
They need a thorough brushing 3 to 4 hours a week. Removing matted hair prevents skin problems, and their bangs need attention too.
You can choose to either put their hair up in a knot or just make sure it's groomed in front of their eyes.
Training these people-loving pets should be a rewarding activity.
They're really easy to train, they're really intelligent.
As a family dog, Old English Sheepdogs fit right in. These highly social animals are protective of children. Just make sure to monitor young ones.
You need to make sure that kids understand that they are not to be climbed all over.
The gist of it is that the Old English Sheepdog is not for everyone. These animals need lots of exercise and prefer room to roam. They can suffer from health problems like hip dysplasia, cataracts, and like many breeds, cancer. And unless clipped short, their coat demands hours of weekly grooming. On the other hand, training them is a pleasure, and as long as small children are monitored, they make wonderful family pets. If you've got the time, energy, and love to spare, the Old English Sheepdog is sure to reward you with laughter and loyalty for many years.